Sup guys, we're here for the Pokemoncouncil. We got a new trailer that gives us some new info that we did not see from the leaks, from what was data mined from the demo. So, before let's get started, trailer will be playing as long as I can play it, because you know, Nintendo. But let's do this, So Rowlet, his final evolution's name for English actually got confirmed, which is Decide-Eye, that's how I'm gonna phrase it. But here's the interesting thing, it's a ghost grass type, which I don't know if that's technically worse than a grass flying type, but for the people who don't understand why, he's basically an archer. He's supposed to be stealthy, you know, you're not supposed to hear him. What's the most stealthy Pokemon you could think of that hides in the shadows is a ghost type. And I think it works for him, honestly. He also has a really cool new move from the looks of it. And yes, Tony the Tiger, Rejoice is Fire Dark, not firefighting. I did call it. The leaks were true. Incineroar is a thing, and it looks amazing in game. I'm not even gonna bullshit. It looks great. I'm in love with it. Fire Dark is an interesting type because there's only one other Pokemon that's a Fire Dark, and I think this has a lot of potential to be something that is great, to say the least. And he's got the move Darkest Lariat. So Rowlet's final evolution signature move is like Spiritual Arrow or something along those lines. It's pretty cool. Honestly, I know a lot of people are enjoying the new Popplio final evolution, which is the one we saw. I'm not really a fan of it. I think it's too girly, especially considering that most of the starters are male, like 90% of the time. And that's my biggest problem with it, is that if this was a, you know, always female, I'd be 100% okay with it. But since there's that chance of it being a male, it kind of feels like there should have been a split evolution, just mainly because the design is really girly. With all respect, it really is. But regardless, Water Fairy, interesting nonetheless, and has sparkling area, which is cool, I guess. I don't even know what to think about it. And then, of course, we get to meet the Guardians of Aloha, which is the other island totem Pokemon that we saw from basically the data mine, which is Tapu Lele, which is pretty cool because it's a psychic fairy type. I know a lot of people are not hyped about that, to say the least. Then we got Tapu Bulu, which is a grass fairy, which is kind of interesting, to say the least. I didn't even take this thing for being grass fairy. I thought maybe it'd be fighting fairy because it's a giant bull and it looks like it's ready to fight. But they do have really cool signature moves, like Z moves. And then we got Tapu Fini, which is pretty much a water fairy, which is also really interesting, to say the least. And that Executor on screen is ridiculous. Tapu share a unique Z move, and this Z move is incredible. They basically get a body. Believe it or not, they actually get a body, and then they become the head of it, which is called the Guardian of Aloha, which ties into that totem item we saw before. I want to say, to some degree, but it looks so cool, the Guardian move. Oh my god, that looks ridiculous. And then encounter even more Pokemon, which Cosmog, we still don't know. Apparently it's linked to the Y Legendary, which I don't know if it's a pre-evolution or a completely separate Pokemon. I don't know. It just really looks like it's tied in. Maybe it's not. And then of course Persian, a low in form. Persian ate some bees. It got a fucked up face, needless to say. And then of course the one thing that we didn't get from the data mine, which is the biggest reveal in this trailer, is that there will be basically a league, but not an Elite Four. And our version of the Elite Four is the Alolan Champions, which we go in the battle tree and you can team up with them and battle them. Cynthia, Red, Blue, you know, these legendary characters, and of course Wally's there. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna see all of them from the past like 6 generations. I would say 7. But Red and Blue, they've aged. They've aged a lot. I mean, Blue still looks pretty young, but Red, he looks like an old dude trying to be, you know, downplay his age with that face he's got. You know, he's still silent as ever in Blue. He looks pretty much the same. But that's it for the entire trailer. You guys let me know what you think down below, and I will see you on the next one. Subscribe for more if you enjoy the content, only if you did.